WCDX News, honoring Black history with this moment of hidden history.
In tonight's Hidden History segment, honoring Black history, food has a way of bringing folks together. One low-country South Carolina native is using her culinary skills to share her Gullah heritage with the world. Kim Gusby shows us how she's preserving history of her ancestors, one dish at a time.
And we got some rice.
On any given day, you can find Sally Ann Robinson doing what she loves most, cooking.
Some fried chicken.
And sharing stories.
I never knew we were poor because we ate the best of food. My mom, grandparents, and I can say every native that I knew here were great cooks. And you were always welcome at the table.
The celebrity chef and author has always loved the simple life, a longing that led her back to her roots, Defusky Island, South Carolina.
I grew up here, Lord have mercy. It's just still fascinating me to be back home and loving it like no other place exists.
Defusky is home to about 400 people. Only 7 extended families currently live here and are direct descendants of enslaved Africans, brought here as chattel to build plantation owners' wealth. After the Civil War, freed slaves from the Sea Island and surrounding areas settled on Defusky. Sally Ann's family was one of them.
This island, as a kid, we used to roam from one end to the other before the development, before Melrose, before Hague Point came back. Because back in the day, these places did exist. There were plantations.
Isolated from the rest of the world, Defusky Island is only accessible by boat. A ferry ride took us across the waters to where Sally Ann says her mother and mother's mother were born. In fact, her lineage on this island goes back 6 generations.
I grew up not knowing I was Gullah. The word wasn't in our vocabulary, wasn't in our community.
Her ancestors lived off the land, and so does she.
Today, most people will go into a grocery store and say, I want that chicken or that piece of meat. We had everything in our backyard. The woods, the ocean.
For Sally Ann, what once was continues to be a way of life. Her family owns about 3 acres of land where her grandmother's house still stands. Her dream is to restore it.
We just want to hold on to what our grandparents that we were brought up with struggled so hard to keep.
Until then, Sally Ann resides not too far away in this historic home. It once belonged to her first teacher, Mrs. Frances Jones. Across the dirt road sits the schoolhouse, where she met literary giant and one of the biggest influences on her life, Pat Conroy. He was her 6th grade teacher. Conroy was so impressed with Sally Ann, he wrote about her in his 1972 memoir, The Water is Wide. She was Ethel. He also encouraged her to write and even penned the foreword to her first book, Gullah Home Cooking, The Defusky Way. When she's not in the kitchen, she's conducting tours, sharing stories of the simple life that will always keep her close to her Gullah roots.
You know, a lot of folks will say home is where the heart is. Believe me, my heart has always been here.
Sally Ann is the author of 2 cookbooks and co-author of a publication that documents Defusky history through photographs. For more on this story and other Black history stories, just log on to our Rocket City Now app or website.